Hello, everybody. Hey, Heather here, and I'm coming to you live with Luminess. We're here each and every day for you, 10, 11, and 3, so you learn everything Luminess and what we have to offer, from skincare to color cosmetics to airbrushing to everything. Everything we talk about. So I'm actually going to, hello, Cindy, how are ya? All right. I need to put on my lip jelly to plump up my lips. I love this stuff. Hey, Susan, Merry Christmas. Hey, Angela. I have big hair, don't care now. I took my rollers off. But they're close by in case I need to add some. All right. But yeah, that's what Velcro rollers will do. Give you big old hair. Big hair, don't care. All right, so everybody is on. Yay, hello, Michelle, Rebecca, Zonnie, Bonnie, Christy, Angela. All right, so we're going to start airbrushing. I've been doing the CC concealer. I really like that. I've been really digging the CC underneath the eyes because I feel that airbrushing underneath the eyes, I don't feel it's not as, because I'm really self-conscious under the eyes. And so I feel like it gives me a younger look and not so cakey. But what I love about our traditional concealers right here is the fact that they stay in place. They do not go anywhere. So I want to use these, and you don't have to you can do it really thin where, you don't need to cake. You've seen those YouTubers that like put the veil and they cake it on. That's great if you're in your 20s and you don't have any wrinkles. But as we age and mature, we need to kind of adapt it. We definitely should not be doing the same makeup we did when we're in our 20s. And hopefully you're not doing it the same way, but we can adapt. So I'm saying all that to say, like, I don't care what age you are, you can use any of our products. We just might have to adapt it. Now, of course, airbrushing, the best. It's touchless. You're not creating any more wrinkles and crinkles, no bacteria, all of that fun stuff. But what I love about the traditional who do you want to make traditional makeup? Luminess, like with airbrush, right? Because we're comparing everything to that. So that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, yay, Bonnie. Hello, Brenda. How are you? All right. Hey, I know I say Dova, but Dova, I know that's not how you pronounce your name. Because I heard Beth say your name the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't say it that way. All right. Notice I'm also working one eye at a time, because this foundation, this traditional makeup, concealer does not move. You really do need to work one eye at a time. The other day, this is a month or so ago, I did like a full contouring to explain contouring, and I painted my face with the concealers and then blended it in. Girl, it was a little difficult to blend because once it's on, and so you have to work with it pretty quickly. Dova. Nova Dova. Okay. So I'm just placing it right there. Now blending that in. And with my blender, I'm just... This is Buff, Christy. I like the Buff one, especially around the eyes, because it has a peach hint to it. And so it it almost acts as a color corrector, which is pretty darn cool. All right, so now under the eyes, I'm just doing that much and blending that in. Now also notice that I mainly did it here, and then I'm blending it in so that way it doesn't, it's not getting a lot right here. Now I'm gonna start calling her Nova Dova. Now this look, you're gonna get full coverage even with that little bit that I did, but look how, I mean, that looks flawless. It doesn't, I'm gonna get my closer upper mirror. Yeah, it doesn't look cakey or anything. So the key in using this, if you are a more mature woman like me, I'm gonna go out this way. This one's almost out too. I need to get some more of this. Out here, and then I'll do a little there, but I'm not putting it all the way in. The blender will do that for me. But that way I'm not that way I'm not like really packing it on here, which is where, to me, on me, it makes me look older. So I'm thinning that out, blending it. Sabrina says, I love that I can use it to cover my dark circles from fibromyalgia. And I feel beautiful leaving the house with just the concealer on. I love that. So Sabrina, do you use this concealer or do you use Airbrush? Now I will tell you guys, so I really like this look. Like I like the fact, I'm actually using our concealer in Buff. I just put it on my lid. I'm using it as a primer. And then I'm doing it underneath. My blender is dry. If I was at my house, I usually wet these, wring them out, and then use them. But I will, Chrissy's like, I have to. Oh, thyroid issues. Sabrina uses the ochre. Okay, so use the light one. I have to say, and this happens all the time, I start using this and I was putting too much on. So I felt like it was making me look older. But if you're concentrating, like if you're really thinking about it and you're doing, and I did less, I love this look. Like it looks flawless. It gives me the coverage, but it still is not looking heavy or cakey. Dova, my sister-in-law has Hashimoto's. It's really not cakey. Now, of course, I could add more, but I don't need to. It's going to cover what I need to cover. I mean, like it gives me full coverage, but I do like this, and I hate to use this word, this makeup look. I like how my eyes look, and it's flawless. And there's a time and a place for all of that. There's a time and a place where I just want to be airbrush, where it will look maybe a little more natural. I can still get full coverage with it, but the look is a little different. So it depends on what look you're going for. Not everybody's going to be the same look. Not everybody's going to want the same look every single day. So you just have to play with it and figure out what works best for you. All right, so now I'm going to get my shade 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sabrina, you should try the Buff. I used to use ochre. Is it wait, what is that the one you use? The lighter one, but I really like Buff because of the peach undertone in it. And so it's actually pink, but if you have dark circles, I think you might like that one better. All right, so now I'm going to put about 5 drops. And I want to explain this to you too. We had one of the girls here at work had this situation. So with our new bottle, she got a bottle, and oh, poor thing. When she went to put the drops in, and this one's not going to do it, but it would not come out. Like, this was plugged up. So if that ever happens to you guys, put the cap back on. You know, I always tell you to shake them, but hit it on the counter. There might be some makeup that dried up in here. So just pop it down so maybe it'll fall out. Paula says, I stopped using my airbrush because I couldn't cover my dark circles. What are you using? What are you using? I've only tried the, okay. So Paula, if you want to stick with airbrushing and it'll cover your dark circles, do the peach color corrector or the CC concealer, either one. Now, what I just used today is our traditional concealers in Buff. It almost acts as a color corrector, but this is the traditional form. And then I'm going to airbrush my foundation on top. So there you go. But if you want to stick with all airbrushing, which is sometimes what I prefer, then I would do the peach color corrector. All right. So if that doesn't work, I'm going to show you a trick. This little cap or this little tip comes off. Okay. I'm just going to put a Kleenex on here. Hey, Muzi. I am, Muzep. So I'm just putting a Kleenex over here and I'm wiggling it back and forth till it pops off. Okay. So that comes out of the bottle. Soak this in hot water. Bam. There you go. Okay. When you put it back on, very carefully listen. Oh, yay, Paula. When you put it back on, you're going to place it in there. Okay. And you want to listen to it pop. Can't do it from up there. Did you hear it? It pops back in, but you make sure it pops back in so it doesn't all spill out. All right. Another little trick. Yay. All right. So now turning on the system, there's air that comes out. Oh, I love it. Okay. And now I'm going to start with my forehead, pulling lightly back on my trigger. Now, because I did the traditional makeup underneath, I don't have to do the airbrush all the way. I just have to do it to about right here to blend that line from where my concealer is to where the foundation is. Blend it down my neck, chin. Yes, girl, it comes off. My answer for anything would be to bang it on the counter. That's my answer for everything. Just hit it on the counter and then it will pop off. So I'm going to do a short video about that. Might do that today. So we can post that. So again, making my passes. I'm in control over the passes and the coverage. That was a piece of hair that just flew in the air. Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to post that if nobody else knew that came off. Yeah, everybody put where you're from. All right, so now I'm out. And guys, it's already dry, okay? There's no drying time. Hold on, I'm going to get one that's not dirty. Nothing comes off. Okay? It should dry instantly. So if it's not, if you're feeling tacky or wet or sticky, chances are you're either holding it too close or probably 9 times out of 10, you're pulling too far back on the trigger. So, oh no, Dova. Atlanta, Missouri, North Carolina, Florida, Chicago, Michigan. I'm glad people are spelling it out and not putting their abbreviations, because I don't know. I don't know if I'm like, do I remember all the abbreviations? Now I am going to powder. I think I want to do like all matte look today, which I haven't done. And I'm just going to powder. Now I don't, if you notice, I don't powder all the way underneath my eyes. Again, powder can make your under eyes look, if you powder it can enhance the wrinkles and crinkles. But with our powder is finely granulated and milled several times. So it's like butter on your face. So it isn't going to, it's not going to enhance those wrinkles and crinkles, but I also want to be smart about how I put it on. So I start it here, and then I can brush it underneath. Okay. Because remember, the big thing that, you want to remember is if you're using any kind of brush, that first spot that you put the brush is where most of the makeup is going. Okay. So if I don't want a lot of powder underneath my eyes, I'm not going there first. I can go here and then blend it around. Anne says, I need help with, please help. Anne, tell me what you need, babe. Tell me what you need. Anne's like, I'm in North Carolina. What help do you need, babe? What questions do you have? I'll just wait for you. I already have my foundation on. I'll probably do some contouring before we go. And I'll do it with our Lion King. And we're going to wait for Anne to tell us what help she needs. I'm using an angled brush, you can tell which ones I use. The last two, it's the bottom two, bottom left. Come on, Anne, tell us what you need, baby. Oh, Jacksonville. Maisie, Merry Christmas to you. I missed you. Oh, no. Girl, you probably needed it. Hey, Ashley, how are you? Woo. Come on. Come on. And we're all waiting on your details. Come on. See, tell me contouring does not make a difference, guys. Tell me. Contouring, so what foundation is going to do is foundation and concealer flatten you out. It's going to cover everything, hide things that we don't want people to know, make us look flawless. And then contouring and highlighting and adding that shimmer back to our face gives us more depth, gives us more dimension. And so that's what I just did with the contouring. It's very important to do contouring. You can start out light. It does not have to be heavy or crazy. Oh, Anne, are you having any troubles with airbrushing, or because also know that, yeah, I'm showing you how to do it and we're going through all that, but you need to practice, have fun, experiment with it to find out what works best for you. So when you're airbrushing, remember, you're going to keep it 4 finger widths away. When you first start out, you want to kind of come in closer because we're so used to touching our face. So keep it out here. Keep moving around. You can go up and down the T-zone. Boop, 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 boop. Irma, I don't see anything, baby. And then circles here. Keep making those passes until you get the coverage that you want. But the one thing you need to do is barely pull back on the trigger. That's the one thing you're going to want to practice on. Because 9 times out of 10, everyone's pulling back too hard on that trigger. And if it's feeling sticky, if it's feeling cakey, if it's feeling wet, you're pulling back too hard on the trigger. Irma, I still can't see, baby. I don't know what the deal is. I see your name, but I don't see what you say. And it's experimenting with it and finding out what look you like. So if you like a done-up, made-up look, work with this. Work with, there's a lot of, oh, she's posting stickers. That's why I can't see her. Okay. Thank you, Cindy. Try different things, but you have to practice and have fun with it. Kari says, I mix X out and CC. It covers well the dark circle. Great. X out and the CC. I had to think about those products. I haven't done that before. I like that. But so just like Kari was saying, like she mixes X out and CC concealer together to get her dark circles. Bye-bye. She played with it. She experimented with it. She found out what works for her. And that's what you have to do. That you have to practice, have fun, and play with it. It will make you look flawless. It is going to make you look younger. It is going to take years off of your look. It is going to feel like natural makeup. It is better for your skin. It's not doing that sitting in the box. If you're using it and it's not doing that, then we need to tweak something you're doing, because it will do that for everybody. But if you're not doing it correctly, it won't. It doesn't take a long time to figure it out. We always say when you first get it, make sure to do do it. We call it a 7-day challenge. Do it for 7 days in a row, and you'll understand. But every time you have this in your hand, you're going to learn. Okay? There's no mistakes. Have fun with it, and you will love it. Oh yeah, girl. Contour under the chin. Yes, that's what I'm doing right here. Okay. It's mainly like the jawline, like right here. If you want to experiment or see amazing contouring, look at Boy George. I talk about this all the time, but Boy George does the best contouring ever. And because remember that contouring is going to bring in, hide. It's stuff we want to hide. I have more of a rounded face. I want to give my cheekbones. So I'm going to hide that. I can go in, lighten under here, lighten down my nose. Those are things I want to pop. Things like that. Okay. Paula says, I think I was using too much under my eyes, trying to cover the dark circles, and made me look older. Paula, thank you for bringing that up, because that is so true. That's traditional makeup thinking. All right. We're used to, if we need something covered, we have to add it and add it and add it. And with airbrush makeup, it's the opposite. You make passes. It's going to feel like less makeup. It is less makeup, but you make those passes because it works with the skin. But that's exactly right. Even if you use this, I'm using less than I normally would, blending it out because it covers and stays put. So it's hard to even think about that. You're like, okay, if I use it under my eyes and I feel like I look older underneath my eyes, put less on. That goes against what we've been doing forever. But that is the case. Less passes. Wrinkles and crinkles, if you're airbrushing, just make a couple of passes and then leave them alone. All right. All right, guys, this is awesome. I hope you're going to have a great hump day. I'll be back here at 3. What do I do with the optic palette? I know it's a highlighter over there, part of it. The optic palette, this one, the optic is all highlights. So you can use it differently. It just depends on what you're wearing, what you want to use. Woo! And one just fell out. So I use them in different ways. This one is a great one. This white one is a great one to use like right here. You can use it on the eyes. You could put a matte eyeshadow on, use one of them to put on top of the matte. But usually with the highlighting, all the golds and the yellow and the pink even, I'll highlight here, down my nose, exactly where I put Lion King one. So here, down my nose, you can do it on the brow bone and right here a little bit. So there's a lot of use for that too. So again, just play with it. Paula, get buff concealer. It doesn't matter. It's about the color, not the intensity of the dark circles. It's going to cover your dark circles. But I would also try the peach color corrector. If you like airbrushing, definitely try the peach color corrector. So, all right. Y'all had some great questions. I love it. Come back. I'll be back here at 3 o'clock and we'll finish the look. All right. Bye for now.